Hey, okay, sir. And we're going back to Harry Potter, Hogwarts Mystery. Well, after everything that happened in the previous chapter, if you don't know what happened by now, it was the big battle at the end. Everything building up to it, and if you want to check it out, be my guest. It would probably be a good idea. Says here, though, it is almost time to graduate, and you've defeated R once and for all. What will be next for you? Well, we know already that it's going to be year 8, and we're going to be adults, and all this crazy things that we're going to be, it's apparently going to be on the table. I guess now it's just kind of wrapping everything up in a big package. Hello, Professor. You wanted to see me? Indeed I did, Mr. Casey. Thank you for coming at such a late hour. You learned a few protective enchantments during your time at Hogwarts, haven't you? That's right. Can you tell me one of the protective spell incantations you've learned? Oh boy. Well, my pronunciations aren't the greatest, but we'll give this a whirl. System Aperio Protego Fumos. Protego. Very good. 10 points to Gryffindor. I totally forgot we still had points in this game. Thank you, Professor. I'd like you to help me cast a few protective enchantments around the castle. Does this have to do with R? Mad Eye said they've been defeated. The agents have been apprehended and are being sent to Azkaban. What we're doing now is not to prepare for an intrusion, but for the arrival of something very important. It is the reason why I was traveling outside Hogwarts and was unable to help you during the battle. I regret not being here when you and Hogwarts needed me most. I have been briefed about the battle, but I'd like to hear from you personally about what happened. Of course, Professor. I'll try to recall everything important while we cast these protective spells. Interesting. Well... Hey! I can't even remember the last time we've had a 1-hour quest in the story mode. It's always 3 hours, 3 hours, 8 hours, 3 hours. It seems like you were faced with a great number of challenges. My sympathies regarding your father, Mr. Casey. How have we been holding up since the battle? Not well. Alright. We don't really know if he actually is gone. If you do watch the video, you'll know what happened to him. Honestly, not well, Professor Dumbledore. I don't know if my dad is alive. Some of my friends were injured, and I'm not sure what the future holds. And yet, you are here, still standing. Sometimes the most difficult times show us how strong we truly are. Thank you for checking in on me, Professor. Of course. How is your brother doing? Jacob has a difficult road ahead, but he'll be released from St. Munger's soon, and I'll be there to help him. I plan to visit him in the morning. Mad Eye told him about her dad, but I think we need some time together. It will do the both of you good to be together during this time. It is time for you to rest, Mr. Casey. You saved many lives with your bravery and leadership. Now is the time to heal and find the joy in your final days at Hogwarts before your next adventure. With all the tapping, Professor, I haven't even begun to think about life after Hogwarts. I've been so busy, I haven't thought of where I'll work or live. I wouldn't fret too much. These things often work themselves out for those of your integrity and skill. Why do I get the feeling that you know something I don't? Don't mind me, I'm merely dispensing some age-old wisdom. Thank you for all your help, Mr. Casey. It is best you get some rest before you see your brother. I will, Professor, and I'll be sure to tell Jacob, you asked for him. Yes, indeedy. Well, that was a good conversation with them, albeit it did seem to kind of drag on a bit. But we're kind of closing everything up, so of course there's going to be a lot of talking. I'm assuming he's probably still not able to see. Yeah, he can't, unfortunately. It's KC. I've come to see how you were doing. KC, blimey, am I glad to hear your voice. Mad Eye's told me everything that's happened, including Dad's fall from the bridge. He said Dad couldn't have survived the fall. Mad Eye promised to let us know when the Aurors find him. It does seem a bit odd that he hasn't gotten back to us. Do you think we could just say a few words about Dad. He was a lot of things, but he was our dad. Vent about Dad, pay tribute to Dad, say nothing. Well, I really have to catch up, and I know people have been on me, and they're probably mad at me, but it just takes so much work. It takes like a month to go up one attribute. I've got nothing to say. I think we spent enough time talking about him. It's time we moved on. Perhaps you're right. That's enough talk about Dad. What else is going on? You know, I'll be cleared to go home soon. The healers haven't given up on helping me, but I think it is time I start accepting that I'm blind. I'm not sure where home is or what I'll be doing now that Ari's gone. I was just actually talking with Professor Dumbledore about that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do after Hogwarts. Perhaps we should just remember where we started and figure out what's next. It's a good idea. Like I said, there's a lot of talking and just kind of wrapping things up. Horrors plagued us every step of our journey, haven't they? Even before I knew they were involved. But they're gone now. As Professor Dumbledore said, this is a time for healing. You always did have good advice. Say, KC, do you have any regrets about your time at Hogwarts? Lots of them, none at all. I would say I've probably had an insanely memorable 7 years. None at all, Jacob. I did the best that I could with the knowledge that I had. I'm at peace with that. When did you become so wise? I wish I were more like you. I definitely have a few regrets. I can't help but wonder if I'd be in this situation if I had done things differently. No matter what, I'll keep looking for a way to break Veruca's curse. Don't worry too much about me, Casey. All things considered, I've adjusted well enough. What matters more to me right now is that you get back to Hogwarts and do what I wasn't able to do. Graduate. Oh, that's nice. Warn me next time before you touch me, alright? You startled me. I will, and I promise I'll graduate, Jacob. I'm gonna make you proud. You already have. Now get back to school before I start getting even soppier. I will. I still have one last class with Professor Snape. But I've graduated. Why do I have to go? Hooky! Time to play hooky. Oh, where's everyone else? Am I early? Unfortunately, today's class will just be you and Miss Snide. Your recent adventures have caused you to miss quite a few of my classes. As a result, the two of you are ineligible for graduation. What? But... Please do not yell, Miss Snide. Why are we here then, Professor Snape? While I am reluctant to help either of you, I decided to give you the chance to remedy the situation. In light of your recent contributions to protecting Hogwarts from R, I have made an exception. Today, two of you will be subjected to a final test. If you pass, you will be eligible for graduation. Apologize profusely. Express gratitude. Defy Snape. I express gratitude. Time to butter him up. Thank you so much, Professor. You're the best ever. Thank you, Professor. Don't thank me just yet. You still have to pass my test. What's your final test, Professor? We haven't even had time to prepare. You'll be brewing a cure for boils. But that's a year 1 potion. It was the first class with you. I remember the exploding cauldron incident quite clearly, Mr. Casey. I have yet to see such incompetence since, despite the presence of Mr. Lee in my classroom. But that exploding cauldron incident is why you will be brewing this potion together, from memory. Your time begins now. Oh, goody gumdrops. Bring it on. Visiting Jacob is what prompted you to defy your aunt? It was so easy to lie about being your family to get in to see him. It made me realize that you and the circle were my family more than Veruca ever was. I didn't know if defying my aunt would work, but I knew I couldn't let her hurt anyone else. I didn't think we could trust you. Even said so to the Circle before we battled R, but you proved me wrong. Did I get it to work? Professor? It is technically a perfect potion. You are cleared to graduate. Play cool, baby. That's good. Thanks, Professor. I knew we could do it. Wipe those foolish smiles off your face. Before you leave, I'd like to speak with you, Mr. KC. Oh, alright. She's like, I don't know what the heck to tell you. I'm out of here. See ya. What is it, Professor? I have learned that R had planned to infiltrate Hogwarts to capture and experience the Gillimans. That's right. For you not to inform the faculty, and me in particular, was reckless, irresponsible, and unacceptable. Especially since I helped train you in legitimacy. But I'm aware that you were trying to help. You're welcome, Professor. Yes, well, good luck after graduation. Though I suspect your presence will truly never leave Hogwarts. Now, get out. Our graduate requirements have been met, and the Circle of Connor's goal has been accomplished. Do you know what that means? I think it's time for one last Circle meeting. That's a good idea. What a pointless quest. Obviously, I was gonna graduate. Everybody's okay, everybody's alive, nobody got hurt. I always forget how many people were actually in this thing. Thank you for gathering here, everyone. As you may have guessed, this will be our last meeting at the Circle of Connor. I just wanted to take a moment to check in with everyone after the battle and see how you were doing. Okay. Short and sweet. Short and sweet, right? The next full moon may hurt more than usual. I think all of us can agree we're proud that we were able to defeat R once and for all. Some of the Circle are curious about Marilla's role in all this, since they know about her vow. On the bridge, when it mattered most, Marilla chose the Circle as her family over her aunts. It wasn't a difficult decision, even if I knew I might die. I'd say you redeemed yourself, Marilla. I'm sure everyone else agrees with me. Thank you. I wonder what Connor would think. The Circle was created to honor Rowan and to defeat R. I would say we've done both of those things, wouldn't you? Yeah, this feels like a bit like a final goodbye to Rowan. How do you think he'd want to be remembered? As a brilliant student, as a brave hero, as a good friend. Rowan would want to be remembered as a good friend. He was always there for you when you needed him. He never let anyone down. He always knew the right things to say, even if it was sometimes a bit awkward. I could tell Rowan was a good friend to you too. To Rowan Connor. Oh, hold on. Oh god. Sorry about that. So basically my battery on my iPad's running really low. So I have like an extension cord, but it doesn't reach my computer. It barely does, but like I have to flip it the other way around or something. Because the cord is too short. I don't know if that makes sense. That's it. The Circle is complete. It's time to disband. What do we do now? Now, we get ready to graduate. There's just so many people to see and so much to do. I know we'll make all new friends wherever we go, but we'll all be keeping each other as friends too. And speaking of friends, there's one last ally I want to pay a visit to, Olivia Green. Nice. Bittersweet, huh? The circle of Con has been together for so long. Alrighty, so now we're going to talk to Olivia. Also the stuff with the lessons. It's weird how they're doing things, because it got to the point where I did a few quests, then made me do lessons. I did like one section of it, and then I was able to do another couple quests, and then I had to go back to lessons to finish the other side, which is strange to me. So it really eats up time, and I don't care for it much, but oh well. Who's this? Oh, haha, hello. Professor Quirrell. You're KC, yes? Yes, that's right. We met when I was doing my teacher appreciation presentation on Professor McGonagall. Ah, yeah. I see you're back from your sabbatical. What are you doing here? I returned from Albania to start my new position as a defense against the dark arts professor. What happened to Olivia? I can tell you while I finish my tidying. Alright, that sounds great. I'm assuming she probably got a position in another area, maybe? Olivia resigned and went back to the ministry? Yes, is her resignation surprising to you? It's shocking, it's understandable. If I recall, I don't think that her defense against the dark arts job was permanent. I'm pretty sure it was only a temporary thing. So it's understandable, I'm not too surprised. And being the fact that I'm going to be graduating, does it really matter if she's here or not? It's understandable. I suppose teaching isn't for everyone, and she seemed to like her work at the ministry. They pay quite well. But I'm much more suited for academic work. Blimey, well... Thank you for your help, Professor Quirrell. Or maybe it's Quirrell. It's probably Quirrell like squirrel. Not a problem, Mr. KZ. Please feel free to come to me for any questions. Though preferably not about vampires. Oh, thank you, but this is actually my last year at Hogwarts. Well, congratulations. Good luck with your endeavors. And good luck with yours, Professor. Sorry to leave in such a rush, but I've got to go to the ministry and talk to Olivia.
You make the hardest task look easy.
Well, don't think we all didn't see that smirk he did at the end. But anyway, that's it for chapter 58. Only 3 more chapters left before this is all over. So we have 26 days, or just under 27 days as of recording of this video. So that means there's 4 weeks left. Which means we're probably going to get 3 chapters in the next 4 weeks. And then move on to the year 8. It's exactly what you expected. Kind of wrapping things up, and we're going to probably continue to wrap things up as we progress in the next couple chapters. Subscribe for more Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery videos, and I will see you eventually, well, with the next chapters and then year 8. So it's best to hit that subscribe button, because I'll definitely be jumping on board to see what my adventure will be like in the future. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody!